this is because of this. What is behind the situation in this country and what is behind the situation in your country? The universal principles continues. You have a war, people dies. You don't have a war, people still dies. But because I don't like the war, so I'm concerned, I'm scared. So the entire Eastern wisdom guides us to understand and practice that leads to unfoldment. I see the person who takes birth has to die. Where there is a profit, there is a loss. Where there is a pain, there is a pleasure also. Now I feel extreme pain. Just hold on. Let me go to the restroom and come back. Unfoldment. We have to understand it and apply in our daily life. Unfoldment. What is folded? And who is folding it? I have to live and become aware of this folding aspects of our life. You have to listen to it again and again, then raise your awareness. What is folded? My life is folded by the sleeping state, waking state, dream state, and it has been folded for years and years together. I don't want to unfold it. I don't want to unfold it. Why? Because I say this is what the life is. Very good. If this is what the life is, then why the hell you are suffering? If this is the life, what is the life? Folding, waking, dream, sleep, pleasure, pain, marriage, divorce, profit, loss, victory, defeat. If this is, our life is folded in this, don't talk about animals because animals are not at all. They do not think, they cannot think. They need not to earn. They don't depend on their earning. They don't depend on their profit. Look at it. No animal, including we say the king of the jungle, still. But yes, instinctively, impulsively, they catch a prey, they eat it, they become old, and the younger lions, they fight, and now they depend on, wholly depends, or they die. Everything is folded. Everything is folded in my mind. That is why I have to study Eastern wisdom. It is very clear. Outside, it is very clear. Nothing happens to this earth planet. How many people die? How many people take birth? Look at it. No, but it is not. It is not maintaining a balance. Leave it on the universe. It is not maintaining a balance. It is according to you. Why it is according to you? Because I think, I contemplate, and I reflect. I have a capacity to separate myself from this entire universe. I have the capacity, I have the power to separate myself from the body, mind, intellect. And then the same question comes, what should I do? Let me find out the real self. Why? Whether you say real self, whether you say awakening, whether you say nirvana, whether you say moksha. So don't take nirvana, moksha, awakening out of this universe. I will continue to live into the same world. I will continue to live in the same earth planet. I have to continue to live with my same members of the family. Same. So what is unfolding? Unfolding is very simple to understand, that now I understand who I am. Who I am, what is the word, and what exactly is the nature of existence. One guy asked me which God I should worship. I said, the God that is not changing, that is uncreated, that is all pervading, that is beyond the time. You worship, pray, and meditate on that God. Oh, there is no one. Jesus has gone, Buddha has gone. So then start acquiring the knowledge. Is there anything that is uncreated? What do you want to say? I said that is the journey of Eastern wisdom. That is the journey of awakening and unfoldment. That is the journey of unfoldment. That is why we have to study the Eastern wisdom. But this mind has to be educated again and again. Intellect understands. I heard the lecture, intellect says, okay, I have understood that there is a real self, there is a false self. But when I do Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karva Vahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahi Om Sahana Vavatu. Guard myself. Oh, I have to guard my mind. I should not only be protected, but you should also be protected with me. Let everyone be protected. Let this thought should go into my head. Why? I want to replace the very selfishness. I'm using different words. The very act of selfishness that I should only be protected, but the law of the universe is not going to protect you. One day we will definitely go to the cremation ground. We may be enjoying it. That is the fact. So why I say that let both be protected? Because I have to change the mind from the false side to the real. The false side is selfish. So you see that what principle you can extract from this statement. Let both be protected. Both be means that at present we are together, so let both be protected. So when you are with your honey, let both be protected. When you are with your kids, let both be. So what is happening? You are able to change your response and the behavior. Why? Because it is whatever the response and behavior, it is caused by the false I, and at least by doing this, we can fundamentally this Om Sahana Bhavatu mantra is many master explain that it has to do with the relationship between the master and a disciple. No, it is always available. So when you are doing the practice, just you think in that way. Every day, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks. One day you recognize that I have a reactive mindset against my honey, but why? It is foolishness. Let me drop it. The relationship improves. That is the beauty. That is why the master says don't leave the practice. Look at the second one. Sahanau bhunakto, let us both enjoy together, both nurture. I have little more, you have little less, let me spare it. Whether it's a knowledge or a food or anything, depending on our viveka. Our mind is not going why the God has created the suffering. Because you were not available. That's why the God has created the suffering. He didn't ask you. So the next time the world is to be created, you have to ask the God. So we are going into a wrong direction. Sahano sahaviryam karvavahe. I meet everyone with peace and calmness, with energy, with a clarity. I don't meet with anyone keeping my mind folded with selfishness, with reaction, with anger, with agitation, with selfishness. You see, folded, unfolding. Folding, unfolding. So it is my intellect. Intellect says to the mind, leave everything, let me meet this person with peace and happiness and kindness. Why? To help my mind grow, to drop the selfishness of the mind, to dissolve the anxiety and the reaction. When I'm meeting you with kindness, peace, and joy, I need not to hide anything. So when I need not to hide anything, so I need not to go into anxiety. I'm very clear, so let me be truthful, but I have to see that how to express that truth. Sahaviryam karvavahi. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. I should live consciously. When? The moment I wake up until I sleep. Now see the opposite side of it. Where is the opposite? That is folded. Eastern wisdom guides and demands to do the practice for the unfoldment. But why? Question is why. So ask the same question, why the hell I'm living every day? I have some form of anxiety, duality, conflict, reaction, any form. It's a mental, emotional, physical. It is always there. And still I want to live. I have so many problems. People tell me, I have a lot of stress at the job, and my honey is not listening to me, and my son, I don't talk to him, I hate him. He doesn't take care. Why the hell you are living? You have so many problems. Master says that these problems can be managed. You're unfolding. What you are unfolding? When I live in an extraordinary awareness, when I'm living consciously, I recognize that I'm reflecting into my mind problem, reaction, anxiety, duality, and attachment. Otherwise, as such, there is no problem. Unfolding. Unfolding. No, he took away all the money and he cheated me. Okay, I was unconscious at the time of the dealing. That is why he cheated. Oh, let me check how to retrieve the money. If it is not possible, leave it. Why leave it? Leave it because of the past impressions that I had. Because of my past, I was totally folded in myself. Because of my selfish interest, because of my false ego, I spared. But from today, I will be extraordinary aware. That is what we do. In eating, you eat one food for a week and you had a constipation. Oh, I had this constipation because of this. Let me drop. It applies to sin. Whether it's a money or a relationship or food or anything or sleep. No, I was watching the horror film and that's why I couldn't get the sleep. So don't watch it. Stop it. You see, unfolding, folding, unfolding. Folding means closed. I'm not aware. I'm living living with the impulses and living with the impulses and my past impression. From where the past impression has come, past impression have been accumulated because of my strong likes and dislikes. My attachment. Yeah, that makes a sense. No, it has to be applied as a common sense principle. I have to get the solar panels clean. And in Arizona, we have a law that if you have got some service done by any professional, the guarantee is automatic for 1 year. But I need some proof, so I asked him to send me the invoice. He is not sending. I said, cancel the visit. Thank you very much. Thank you for your goodness. You see, folding, unfolding. Now he says, that, people will charge you 1,200 and I will charge you 600. Okay, that is why I cannot prove. I'm not doing it. Simple. I'm not doing it. Now see what is folded here. Oh, he's charging only 600. He is doing the same thing. That is folding. I want everything I acquire should be at the cheapest rate, and everything I sell should be at the highest rate. Folding. This is folding. Unfoldment. Bring the equality. Right. What is right and good? What we are learning, the first two steps. First step is study the Eastern wisdom to study myself. And the second step is apply that. What that application is Karma Yoga. Your happiness is not going anywhere. Your joy is not going anywhere because there is an unfoldment. You unfolded those areas of the mind which is holding you. in your personal life, in your professional life, in your social life. Look at it. So, intellectual understanding is required. At the same time, practice means that that intellect passes on the knowledge every day in the morning before going to the bed, and then you will discover there is a change in my behavior and responses. So it is not only the study of Eastern wisdom, it is the same thing. Study the society and embrace it, what is right and good. Study the other person, embrace it. Oh, this guy has a very delicate, soft corner. If I say this, he will be upset. Don't say it. I need not to say it. I'm not born to preach and educate everyone, to set everything right. Those who will come, I will talk about to them. Why I should worry? What do you mean? Yes, including your children. Couple of times you just explain by example, by metaphor, by story that this is what we should be doing, and tell me if I'm wrong. If it is right and good and proper, then leave it. Why? Their past impression is helping them grow in the universe. It is their past impression which has destined how many years they are going to live. Don't make yourself crazy. Leave it. But yes, don't leave it means that I leave what is folded. But don't leave what is unfolded. I already gave an example of my daughter. Little bit complex, but not very complex. We can easily understand. So I keep aside my anger, hesitation, reaction, unfolding. First level. Second level. Oh, she is related to me. I should, whenever I find a time, I will not hit her directly, but I will just talk to him or her indirectly. From my side, the relationship continues. It has to work. This is what the study of Eastern wisdom, to study ourselves. So yes, we study the principles, we study the concept, we study uh, the different rules, but I have to see how these principles, concept, and rules can be assimilated, digested to become a seeker. To become a seeker. I make it very simple. Every day when you wake up in the morning, check, does the mind remembers what I need to do, or mind is running somewhere else? Folded, unfolded. Well, even if you're unconscious and now you remember that this is the practice I need to do it, start doing it. Don't postpone. Weeks and weeks and weeks, and one day you will see, oh, how easy it is. But it becomes easy only when we are following the lifestyle. First thought is, who am I? Every day, say for example, who am I? So the principle says there is a false I. False I is equal to world plus body, breath, mind, intellect, ego, thought, feeling, pain, pleasure, attachment, detachment. And what is the real self beyond all of them? Oh, beyond all of them. So, what is beyond all of them? There is an emptiness. Tell the mind, can you live into that state of emptiness? No. Some thought returns. That is why the practice should be done. That is why I have to remember the principles in the beginning. After that, once you know that, you need not to worry about it. So, what our masters have done, because they made it so important, and many of the seekers felt that, oh, what he said, it's okay. I wake up at 5, so I had. This guy woke up at 5, and then he said, should I take my dog to walk? But I have a sense of anxiety. Or should I take a cup of coffee? I said, and you forget that you have to sit and do the mantra. This is what happens to you. That is why you are in anxiety reaction mode even when you wake up in the morning. And your mind did not recall. Folded, unfolded. That is why we need to do the practice. You see, I need not to do anything. Who am I? I need to do everything what I claim what I am, and that is delusion. So that is why the master, all the masters, they thought that, not perhaps many people thousands of years ago have not been changing. Then the master says that you will become wise if you wake up 3 hours before the sunrise. It's a matter of hardly a few weeks. And I will also wake up with you Brahma Muhurt. It is known as Brahma Muhurt, an auspicious time. So if 3 hours before the sunrise is an auspicious time, so this time is inauspicious? No, it is a way to inspire and motivate the seeker. The teacher of the Eastern wisdom is not defeated, can never be defeated. Why? Because we both are real self. So we have to continue to work. We have to help the seeker to realize. In that sense, we are not defeated. Because we know, okay, you have to do the mantra, you have to do this. You have to wake up early in the morning, and then everything will be all right. And there are chances of failures. You have taken the sleeping pills and you forcibly wake up to do the practice. It will not work. Even when you wake up 3 hours before the sunrise, it has no value. It's all about the mind. Attitude. Look at it. That is the way the master says. Look at the beauty. I'm unfolding all the things before we take up. So these each step. So I have to when I practice, you wake up at 6, so continue to wake up at 6. No problem. But don't forget to do the practice. Don't start thinking, should I take my dog to walk or should I take a cup of coffee? I'm feeling tired, so therefore let me postpone the practice. No, I have to do the practice first. All the three options belongs to the false side. Fourth will help you to unfold. Think. It's all about understanding. So recall. It means that when I wake up, I should recall. And the best way to recall is the Shanti mantra. Pick up this mantra, pick up Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhaga Bhavi. the way I experience after reciting, understanding, and I reveal the knowledge hidden in it, the life will move forward. You will start unfolding. Once you unfold, you start living in a higher awareness. When you start living in a higher awareness, it will help your false I to dissolve. The Master is saying that you have to recall these principles with understanding. That is the meaning of a regular practice. What else it is? I remember the daughter started learning driving, so we had a driver teacher. They used to charge about $80 an hour. And there was about 15 hours of training. So there are two aspects of it that will help you to understand. One aspect, 15 hours you pay the money and 15 hours, and after that he gives the certificate and you go to the motor transportation office and you get the license. But still you have not learned driving. So after 15 hours, and I told this driver teacher that I will pay you another $300. So he looked at me, and it was very difficult time for me, but still I told him. But why? I said, in these 4 hours, you are going to sit at the passenger seat. So she goes to the college, she comes back, she goes to the college and comes back. So no, it takes only 15 minutes. Okay, very good. So half an hour. So every hour she has to repeat twice. Very good. So can I complete in one day? I said yes. Even though she was very confident, but I said no. That is clouded and unclouded, holding and unfolding. And then she might have forgotten it. It hardly matters. Let you forget. What I have done, I have to do. So it keeps you at the level of but sometimes we also make a mistake. So it's okay. We are learning from our mistakes in the world. Did Buddha not made any mistake? Yes. He started teaching and people started throwing the stones at him. He learned that how to express. And it took time. And then he realized, oh, this is the way I should. You already heard the story. The mother came and whose son died. And the Buddha said, go to the village, knock the door of every house, find out if no one has died in their home, I'll make your son alive. Simple teaching, the one who takes birth has to die. But if you start teaching, oh, your son has died, it will happen one day. The mother is going to beat you. The knowledge also has to be communicated so that it inspires, you are able to assimilate, you are able to digest. That is why we have 40 steps. This listening will also help in your profession. I bet you. It will definitely going to help in your family. Let me not talk in this way. Let me change my expression and see what happens. Shankaracharya has written only 40 steps that you can write on a piece of one paper, front and the back. But he compressed it. He says it is purely an instruction. You have to follow it. So one way is that if we follow it, the time comes, couple of years, we will be able to reach there. But if we add the knowledge, if you add the understanding clearly, then your mind is inspired and motivated. The journey is not a couple of years, but a year or a few months. So you see, Om Sahana Bhavatu. I created an acronym. You simply remember GROWS. Did I talk about it? No.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, I talk about
I
it.
so.
G. GROWS. 5 line, 5 acronym. G means guard yourself. Guard against the negativity. R means relish the journey of self-discovery. Means I enjoy the journey of self-discovery. So I have to compare how many times I enjoyed the word and how many times I enjoy the self-discovery. So it will make you relish. O is operate. I have to operate with active engagement. Active engagement means unfolding. I have to unfold first. If there is any issue, if there is any challenge, if there is any challenge in the relationship, in my profession, in my personal life, I have to operate. Then W, seek wisdom. Wisdom. So is the wisdom is here? Yes. And sink. Sink means Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Or shrink also means let me drop the enemy. Ma vidvisha vahi. Grows. GROWS. That is how I used to remember in my early days. So practices. But that practice also includes the self observation, which the tiger. I was watching another Discovery Channel. So, 3 tigers, they were middle aged, maybe around 80 years. And one single tiger was very strong, young, around 3.5 years. And the commentator was saying that this young can defeat these 3 lions. And it happened. So when all the 3 aged lions were defeated, now he is the king of that area. So they do it impulsively. We have to do it by understanding. We have to do it by understanding our behavior, our attitude, our capacity, our strength, and then we say, okay, let us do it. Ask questions again and again, again and again. Whether you are eating something, doing anything, ask the question again and again, why? And then filter out what is folded in terms of attachment, duality, and a conflict. I told you, my daughter, you have to do this, you didn't do this. I will not pay for your fees, then you are crazy. Thing. So the entire change in perspective of life that is required, then the journey becomes very, very easy. So we have done the first part, study the Eastern wisdom to study myself. I have studied myself. I understood what I need to do, what I don't want to do, I should not do. Now it is clear. Follow the karma yoga. Now I'm clear. I'm doing the same thing again. I'm still talking to the daughter. I did not stop it. But now my attitude inside is changed. Attitude inside the office has changed. Attitude inside the relationship has changed. So attitude, 90% karma yoga is mental and intellectual. It is not outside. So that is the meaning that I perform my duty diligently without attachment to the result. It will come on its own. I will talk in detail, but I'm just prarabdha, past impression, assimilated impression. Those accumulated impressions has given birth to this body with these parents, with these siblings, with this business or a profession. It all came from the assimilated impression. First thing. Second thing. What I will get in terms of wealth, relationship, anything and everything. It depends on that prarabdha. I will not get less than that. I will not get more than that. Now you see, keep these thoughts in your mind and continue working. I'm giving a lesson to the best of my ability. But prarabdha, because of the prarabdha, you met me. Because of the same prarabdha, one day you will leave me. So neither I'm attached nor I'm detached. I give responsibility to the prarabdha. Finished. The highest form of the. This is the tool, this is a catalyst to be applied to change the direction of the mind. And if the mind has changed now, just leave the prarabdha. Leave this principle. Drop it. Burn it. Finished. Highest. There's one way to do the karma here. Or nitya karma, naimitya karma. Because sense of attachment lives in the mind, sense of getting the profit lives in the mind. It is not living in the profit. Whether you get $100 or $100 doesn't say that you get more benefit. Or $50 says no, you get less benefit. You see, you're separating, you're doing viveka. Prarabdha, okay. Oh, it is destined, then you will definitely pay me. If it is not destined, how much hard work I will do, you will not pay me. Same example of the solar panels. I'm not going to pay you. Finished. I've decided. I'm very clear. So now if they think I am crazy, let them think. My mind is clear. Now see another part when I say that everything is destined. If I have to get something, nobody can stop it. If I have not to get something, how much hard work I put, it will not come to me. Now, in between, there is one thing. In between that, there is a karma yoga. Now I'm totally free. I have this project. Let me work on this to the best possible strength, awareness, and understanding. Now, mind is clear. I did it, forget it. What a beautiful. This is a system. It's like catalyst, In chemistry, we have learned about catalyst. Nothing happens to that prarabdha. But we are using the prarabdha. Everything will happen to me. Prarabdha will remain as it is. What is destined, I will get it. What is not destined, I will not get it. So prarabdha remains as it is. But then what happens? That because my mind transforms, enter into a higher level of consciousness where my sins are dissolved. Happens. First time I recognize that pain and pleasure, profit and loss, victory and the defeat, it is because of the false eye. The false eye is gone. That is the power of the karma yoga we are understanding. You can also keep a journal every day, maybe one liner. I'm still keeping the journal every day in a different way. Before going to sleep, I said, no, let me write. And when I wake up, I go through it. So today when I went through it and I said, oh, you have to write this also. You have to add this also. So for today's evening, I made this also for contemplation. So we can do it mentally, we can do it by notes, we can do it whatever the way but we should do it before going to sleep and once we wake up. We wake up with the gratitude and we sleep with the gratitude. My daughter drives me much better than me. So it is your ability. It is our ability by repeated practice. So she has a full control. She speeds and then let her do it. I only say that when I'm sitting there, then I don't want to go into anxiety, so take care of me in a lighter mood. Now see what is happening. Your mind becomes extraordinarily aware. In that extraordinary awareness, anxiety, reaction, duality will not touch you. Well, if it does not touch you, then the days and weeks and months pass, you find that you are still in calmness and peace. Your mind will say you have handled that situation calmly. Karma yoga changes my behavior and attitude. Karma yoga, that is why we say, changes my behavior and attitude, my past impression, my reaction. That is why we say it purifies the mind. We can ask many questions to ourselves when we sit in the morning or in the evening when we are reflecting that, okay, Am I ready? Yes. Am I ready? So why am ready? How can I assess my readiness for a spiritual practice? Today I had a pain in the body, but still I sat for it. I did it. Think. This is all the internal preparation we need to do it. What is the final goal of the spiritual practice? Not to find myself. Do I know myself? Uh, I heard that I am the real self, but the real self is beyond all the problems, pain. Do I experience it? No, so I have to experience it. So that is why the journey. How I can become a higher and a higher seeker in my life. So what are the things to be done? Now I have to do the mantra, I have to do the practice, I have to listen and learn, I have to contemplate and reflect. Oh, there are a lot of things to be done, but gradually, if you do it for 3 and 4 weeks, you'll find it is an easy way to do it. So, what is going to happen? That mind perceives the world now differently. That perception has changed. Because of the previous perception, I had the anxiety, I had the duality, I had the conflict. But because I have changed the perception, even the situation outside remains the same, but I am more calm, peaceful. Why it happened? Because as a seeker, I recognize my current attitude and I recognize that what I have to do, what I have not to do. I understand the common ground for all. I also recognize through the power of discernment. Yesterday I was low, today I am high. Today I am very clear, yesterday was not clear in that issue. That is the importance of doing the regular practice, whether you wake up at 3 hours before the sunrise or after the sunrise. But if you do it with awareness, it works. So not only you are becoming a higher seeker, but you are also becoming your own guru. You recognize this problem, this anxiety was solved like this reaction has gone like this because I have understood it. I'm utilizing the intellect in the real life situation. So Shankaracharya, in these 40 steps, he provides us a clear instruction in one liner or a phrase. He makes it very simple. Think of the what is destined, it will happen. So I'm going to meet this guy for a business. Yes, I will do my best, but what is the best to be? What is the destined has to happen. You start changing. So there's a simplicity, very simplicity, common sense approach. The most important benefit will happen you will understand how to deal with the people with different attitude. You have not given a label that this guy is crazy, so I have to deal like, you mix up with everyone. Internally, you are aware and you change. So, approach to the life changes vastly. And when approach to the life changes, lot of changes takes place. Think of it, contemplate and reflect, and then we will meet again in our next.